Hey guys, it's the Artsy Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, yes, and maybe a little bit of food, and let's do this. Alright then guys, so you know how this works. Let's take a sip of black coffee before we begin. Come on. Yes, lovely. Okay, and yeah, going on my spiral coaster. And yes, guys, if you're new here today and you're into retrospectives, complete unboxed experiences, art and graphic design, and of course the odd bit of nostalgic talk, then you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And yes, guys, if you are enjoying the Artsy Gamer mess and madness and you want to continue watching my mess, then yes, definitely pop on your notification bell and you'll get notified when my next video goes live. And yeah, Tails is holding that bell nice and well, isn't she? So today we are going to be having a look at my PlayStation wrapped up for the year. Wow. So quite a lot of organizations are doing this at the moment, Spotify, YouTube, etc. They just basically take a lot of information that you've been processing throughout the year and they just give you a general overview of what your interaction has been on that platform. While over on my PlayStation 1, it just gives you some really cool information about what games you've been playing, even what hardware you've been using, and actually it also gives you some really cool, awesome recommendations based on the games that you've been playing over the year. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be having a look at my PlayStation 5 wrapped up for 2025, yeah?
PlayStation 5 wrapped up for 2025, yeah?
But come on, guys, we'll take another sip. Come on. Quite early into the video, but we are taking a sip. Let's go. Okay, baby. So to begin with, the application shows you your basic overall score. Now, to be honest with you, I mix between my consoles. I'm a little bit of a retro gamer as well. So my game time very much varies between modern and retro. So of course, when I'm on my PlayStation 2, yeah, nothing regard to modern PlayStation is going to be picking up on what games I'm playing. So yeah, it is very much just dedicated to all the PlayStation 5 and 4 games I've been playing on the PlayStation 5. So my score, to be honest with you, is relatively low, especially as I've been really getting into my modern stuff now. Sorry. Say what? Sorry, guys. Let's take another sip.
My modern stuff now. Sorry. Say what? Sorry, guys. Let's take another sip.
I thought I was doing really well with my words there. Come on. What I was trying to say was because I've been really getting into my retro at the moment, guys. You know, I've been digging out GTA Vice City. I've been doing all the Harry Potters on the PlayStation 2. You know how it works. So yeah, not much time has been put into my PlayStation 5 this year. So my score is relatively low. But then you move on to the next page and it actually gives you a breakdown of the specific games that you had been playing throughout the year. And it gives you a breakdown of your top 5. Now, I was actually really surprised with mine and a little bit upset as well. Not even favorite, guys. It's not even my favorite. I don't even know I was about to say that. But my game that came in top 1 was actually the Days Gone. Now, I wasn't surprised so much with the amount of game time that I played on it. I've said it before, Days Gone is a fantastic game. It really, really is. Down to the mechanics, down to the hardcore gameplay. If you're mad on The Last of Us, then yeah, it really does give you that Last of Us vibe where you kind of like shooting those zombies and stuff like that, and like hordes of zombies. A lot of exploration in that game as well. Really fun, really interactive. But my problem was that it was such a long game for me. I remember texting my mate going, damn, I'm still on Days Gone. It is grinding me, baby. Yeah, it is grinding me. So in a way, yes, I'm not surprised that it's in my top one, but also when you just kind of want that favorite game to be top one, then yeah, it wasn't that at all. I did have some really good fun experiences on Days Gone, but yeah, sadly, my favorite game was not at number one. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And also, guys, yeah, Days Gone was a digital download. I managed to pick this up on the PlayStation Plus. I'm a PlayStation subscriber. So yeah, I was able to get this on for, I believe it was just the free package in the premium tier. It may even be in the extras actually as well. So it would be worth looking into that, guys, because it is a very good game. Don't get me wrong. But for me personally, it was that little bit too long. It was that little bit too grindy. But nevertheless, that did come out on my number one top spot. Blimey. Okay. Moving further on down, and my second game came out as Ghost of Tsushima. Absolutely. Now, I would have preferred this to be at number one. And in my head, I felt like actually I had put maybe a little bit more time into that, but spread out for a longer period rather than just boom going straight into Days Gone. I remember just playing that flat out for days because I was just, I was wanting to get to the end. Whereas Tsushima, I was enjoying little bits and segments here, there and everywhere. Like in my kind of head, before I actually dived straight into the app, I was like, I think Tsushima's going to be the one. And it's my favorite. So yeah, come on, let it be number one. But no, unfortunately, Tsushima was actually at number two. And again, unfortunately, guys, it's a digital download as well. Yeah, PlayStation was really getting me hard with the kind of the online stuff, don't go out and buy your physical. Look, it's here, right now. Go and download it. And of course, that's what I did. And yeah, another digital copy that is straight up in my in my top five, and number two, come on, number two, crazy. Yeah, because me, I'm a physical collector. I like my physical games, but yeah, PlayStation were really getting me down and dirty this year to pick up my games digitally. But anyway, nevertheless, Tsushima is a fantastic game. Don't sit on it. It is brilliant. And if you really enjoy it, then go ahead and play Yote. I'm actually currently playing that over on TikTok, and I'm having some really fun times. And I tell you, challenging times as well, but really fun. Gameplay is tight as hell. If you're into gashing and slashing up your enemies and a bit of an action gamer as well, then yes, Yote is definitely for you. Coming down in number three then, and it was actually Diablo, guys. Now, I think the reason being Diablo was sitting in my top five was because it's a fantastic game to play on your PlayStation Portal. It really is. And come on, let's, just for some of my OG subscribers, they love it when I start to pull out the PlayStation Portal. So let's just get it on the go. Come on. I know. Maybe Leonie. Love Leonie, a great fan of the channel. So here we go. Now, if you don't know what Diablo is a really fun, again, action adventure game, but it has a top-down view. So there aren't any areas where you can really turn the camera as such. It is just this top-down view, and it is pretty much just your left analog stick, I believe, doing a lot of the work. I think, if that's right. Oh my God, I don't even know. When the portal's on, I can't really gauge. But anyway, it's only one of the sticks that's doing the work. But because it is that vibe of game, it just really plays so well on the Portal. It's like it's meant to be for the Portal. It really is. It gives those old school style games that you would be playing on a handheld. For example, Mario on the DS or the SP. Do you know what I mean? You've got that kind of like smaller characters dotted around, really smooth gameplay. Kind of like the Sonic on those smaller handhelds as well. You're not necessarily moving the camera, but you've got the little character moving around and you're just directing it whilst the camera is fixed. I just love those styles of games on handheld. I think that is just where they work best. And for me, Diablo was absolutely spectacular on this device. It really was. And because it is kind of one of those games where there isn't too much hardcore graphics on the screen all in one go. Yes, it can get very chaotic in Diablo, don't get me wrong, but because they are not these like really hardcore beating graphics to really test any of the streaming services that we've got there, it seemed to play really, really well on this. And I was playing this around my parents' house quite a bit. It was a period of time actually when I was doing a lot of training on the weekend. And in between my training sessions, I would stop off at my parents' house just because it was on the way, it was in the right direction, and I would have like maybe a couple of hours to spare, and I was like, you know what, I'll have a bit of lunch with mum, maybe a tea or coffee, and then I've got like an hour to kill, and yeah, I would actually just pop on Diablo and play it on my portal. So yeah, again, another great recommendation, guys, if you're into that kind of action gaming, a little bit of, I would say, RPG, absolutely, you know, you've got to upgrade everything. I'm not even going to go into the detail. You've just got to upgrade everything, basically, to progress well in the game. So yeah, if you're into that style of game, then yes, and especially if you've got a portal, then wow, definitely play that game on the portal. It just suits the device so well. So again, I think that's why that creeped up into my number 5 spot, or into the top 5 at least, because I was playing a lot of hours on the portal with Diablo. So yeah, really, really cool. Moving on then, my next game actually comes to The Witcher. Wow, The Witcher. Now, I do have a physical copy of The Witcher here, so let me just get The Witcher out. Here we go. Now, yay! It's a physical copy! Finally, one that has made my top 5, baby! Yeah, now The Witcher is fantastic. What a great game. Honestly, if you're into Assassin's Creed, this game just screams Assassin's Creed vibes. And weirdly, the gameplay maybe not so much, but the medieval time, the music playing, the swords and the weapons, yes, absolutely. The open world that you've got to explore in this is absolutely second to none. The tasks are really awesome. It pretty much is Assassin's Creed, but even more fantasy. It really is. That's just the vibe that I get with The Witcher. I didn't do any of the DLC on this, unfortunately. I did just play the base game, and I have just sat on that, unfortunately. I do need to go back into this game, upscale again, and then go on to, was it the Blood and Wine expansion?
The Blood and Wine expansion.
And stuff like that. I would love to do that before The Witcher 4 comes out, absolutely. I had a fantastic game experience with this, and again, a game that you must not sit on if you haven't played it. It is really good and accessible on a load of platforms, and you don't have to get it physically. I think it's going on the PS Store again, like either free or for very, very little. It is quite an old game now, so you can pick this up relatively cheap, if not free, on the PlayStation Store. And forgive me, I haven't actually done my research there. I think it's on that store front, but whether or not it's free, I don't know. If you're in the package, obviously. So yeah, there we go, The Witcher, and I'm pleased to say that a physical copy at least. But coming in at number 5 then, and yeah, I do have a physical copy, thank God, thank the Lord, and wow, yeah, it comes with Resident Evil 4. Woo! Okay, what a gem of a game. I really had a fantastic experience with this. I always wanted to dabble with the Resident Evil series, and my friend was saying, just give it a go. Just play it. And I was like, well, which one do I start with? Now, to be honest with you, rightly so, my friend was saying, look, there's a load on the PlayStation Store, the PlayStation Plus. I keep getting my words mixed up with that. Is it PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Store, PlayStation Platinum, Premium?
Plus PlayStation Store, PlayStation Platinum, Premium.
You know what I get. You know what I get, like, guys. But yeah, and you know what I mean. Anyway, But I was like, I was still in that bit where like, no, I want a physical copy. I want a physical copy. And he was like, right, I know you like your physical stuff. Okay, well, look, Resident Evil 4, they've done like a brand new remaster on the PlayStation 5. Pick it up, just go for it and play it. And oh my God, what a gaming experience. Horror, 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 jump scares, jump scares, jump scares, upskilling, knives, shooting, zombies. Wow, the story was incredible. Honestly, if you've never played any of the Resident Evils, you've at least got to try this one. Wow. And I am so excited to just now play a load. It's just obviously fitting it all in, especially with all my retro gaming. But you never know, guys. A lot of these were on, the PlayStation 2, those earlier ones. So I think I should be picking up some of those retro ones for sure, giving them a little bit of a dabble. Absolutely. Because this has definitely whetted my appetite. And again, a game you must not sit on if you haven't played it already. Really, really wonderful. And the graphics on this was top notch. Top notch. It really was. Again, another game that I wouldn't say challenges the PlayStation 5, but really kind of brings to light the hardware. Let's just say that. It really brings to light the beautiful hardware that is the PlayStation 5 and how great it is at supporting some of the beautiful graphics in this kind of software. So yeah, really, really great. And again, a game I wouldn't sit on at all. Okay, but then as you progress through the app, it says kind of what gamer you were throughout the year, and I was a thrill seeker, and I'm so happy with that because I think that represents me so well. I love a good thrill game, and yeah, I think most of my top 5 do show that. I like a good zombie, I like a good fire effect, I like guns shooting here, there, and everywhere to kill out your enemies, I like gashes and slashes with my swords and katanas. So yeah, I do think I was a bit of a thrill seeker, and I think that sums me up really well. As soon as you pass that, it goes into your trophies and stuff. And again, I'm not a trophy collector at all. You know what? Weirdly, I used to be. I really did enjoy going around and grinding to get those trophies. But ever since I guess, became busier and busier and busier, and finding time to fit in your games is quite hard. Just finding time yet to sit down and play through one game, let alone playing through one game and then getting all the trophies to platinum is next level for me. I just don't have the time for that anymore. And it's sad. But I don't. But I'm not that disappointed with it, really. I'm liking what I'm doing. I'm loving doing my YouTube. Again, very game related. I'm loving playing on my PlayStation 5 just in a gentle way. I'm not an absolute hardcore sweater, which again, sometimes maybe back in the day I was, and maybe I was getting a little bit too lost. I like how I am taking a little bit of a step back and actually taking more of an objectivist standpoint with gaming now, which I really quite like. And again, my retro stuff, delving into my retro has been wonderful and great. And some of these retro games are a lot shorter as well, so I feel like I'm getting more success. Like, yes, I've completed this game, I've completed that game, yes, I've completed that game, because these games are shorter, and yeah, like I said, you get a bit more of an achievement from that. So yeah, and nowadays I'm actually just happy to complete the game, and then boom, that's another thing ticked off my list. And then yeah, maybe when I've got a little bit more time, I might hop back into that game and do a little bit more exploration at my own pace. So yeah, that's the kind of gamer that I am now. But yeah, comment down below, as you've got older, have you found you've got less time for your games and you're just enjoying actually just getting through the game and completing it? Or are you actually jumping back into more of your retro games because they are shorter and you get more of an achievement out of completing multiple in a year? Let me know, that'd be really interesting. Yeah. But again, as you come towards the final part of the app, it actually gives you some games that actual PlayStation recommend for you. And I was a little bit underwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie. One of them was The Last of Us Part 1. I've already played The Last of Us Part 1, so I don't know whether or not it's actually taking into consideration that I have already played that. I'm pretty sure it was within my PlayStation account that I've got at the moment, so it is just recommending a game that I've already played. Enchanted, again, another great series, fantastic, but it was the collection. Guys, I've already played the collection. Again, if you haven't, guys, it's an absolute must. I love the Enchanted series. It's absolutely fantastic. And I actually have some really cool memories playing the one on the PS Vita, actually. I had some really fun and fond memories playing that on the Vita. But again, it's a franchise that I've already played. Yes, PlayStation may not have taken that into consideration because I probably did play this on an older account. But I think it should be really recommending newer games because, I mean, I guess they don't want to assume, but, you know, if you're quite into the gaming world, you know, they've seen you've got the PlayStation premium tier, it's likely that you're quite a PlayStation fan and you've already gone and played this. So they are recommending games that I've already dabbled with anyway. GTA 5 as well, again, a little bit underwhelmed. Don't get me wrong, GTA, fantastic game. But again, it's been out for years and years and years. Most people have played that game. I have. So again, it was a game I've already played. So again, a little bit underwhelming there. Cyberpunk, however, was on there. And again, I messaged my friend and he was saying, actually, yeah, I think that game is for you. He has been telling me to play it for years, actually, Cyberpunk. And I wouldn't mind giving that a little bit of a dabble, actually, considering there's been so many updates since the first release where it was a little bit of a shambles, but they have really pulled it out the bag. Is it CD Projekt Red or something? They've really made that game come to town now. Apparently, graphics and imagery on that is second to none. So again, you know me, I'm the artsy gamer. I love graphics. I love bright colors. I like slashes and gashes and ghouls and drools. You know me. And especially kind of like a sci-fi look as well to that game. So yeah, I do think it's a game I must check out. Far Cry 6 was on there as well. I have played quite a few of the Far Cry games. But I don't know if it's for me at the moment. When I had played some of the Far Cry games, I don't know, it just didn't really pull me in. It didn't really pull me in, but I was a lot younger then. Maybe if I actually go back, even though I haven't played Far Cry 6, it'll just be me returning to the franchise, not necessarily actually that specific game. I might actually enjoy it, and then you never know, that specific game, Far Cry 6, actually might pull me in because it's a better storyline. I don't know. So again, maybe one I might check out there, yeah. But yeah, I was about to a little bit underwhelmed with the game recommendations that they did provide for me. But again, guys, if you do the app and wrap it up yourself, you might have some really awesome gaming recommendations, especially if you have only just jumped over to PlayStation. For example, you may have been an Xbox person, and you've seen the hype around PlayStation. You're picking up a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. Then yeah, you know, I mean, it's not going to give you a load of games right away. Obviously, you've only just picked it up, but you know, ask around, ask some of your friends, oh, what games did the PlayStation recommend you? You're a similar gamer to me. What was it advising you to play? And then you can kind of get that information and gauge for yourself. Okay, yeah, that's a game I'm going to pick up. Oh, that's a game I'm going to pick up. So yeah, definitely do that. Go for it. Why not? But yeah, there we go. That was my PlayStation wrapped up for the year. I did want to do a little video on that because, yeah, I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. And guys, comment down below, have you done your PlayStation wrapped up for this year? I would love to know some of your games that got recommended and your top 5 games. What were your top 5 games that you played this year? Yeah, I would love to know. Yeah, and I was about to say, I was a little bit disappointed actually. I was a little bit disappointed that this controller wasn't my top controller as well. Oh, it was my just the standard OG model, the black and white one. And I picked this up about a year ago. I picked it up for Christmas last year, so I'm actually surprised that this wasn't my go-to controller. But then, me being the artsy gamer, I was probably wanting to keep this nice and clean. So maybe I was just kind of subconsciously going to the black and white controller rather than this one. But anyway, yeah, I just thought it'd be a funny thing to share. All right then, guys. Well, yes, I do apologize with regards to yesterday's video. Hopefully 2 will be coming out today if you are watching this on Monday 15th. Yeah, I just had some really bad internet issues over the weekend, and for some reason that video was not uploading at all, but it was the Let's Colour of our PS1 Hagrid here. And again, full details on the competition that goes live with this will be sometime this week, I'm sure, so definitely stay tuned. So yeah, and guys, I've forgotten it again, we need to go and get the Harry Potter advent calendar. It's in the retro room. So let's just take a sip of coffee before we get there. Come on, join me. Join me. And let's go and get that Harry Potter advent calendar. And we're back. Here we go. So let's see what is behind door number. Is it 15? Is it 15 today? Yeah, it's 15 today. Right. Is it? Let me just double check. Yeah, it is. God. My days are getting all lost, guys. We're getting old. Don't know what day it is. Right, okay. And all right, then we'll see who is behind door number 15. Oh my God, let's just put this here. Oh. Right then, okay, here we go. And okay. Now, this is really testing. Is this Ron again? Or is this one of the Weasley brothers, Fred and George? This could be now Ron kind of like a little bit disgruntled. He's taken off his Aunt Tessie's robe, and it's kind of like Harry and Ron sat at that table, kind of looking around like a bit like lost, if you know what I mean, wanting to try and get a bit on the dance floor, but no one's asking them. Like that kind of vibe it could be. They have got like the ruffled top bit at the neck there, so it could be, but yeah, it could be Ron. I'm gonna go with Ron, and again, David's obviously keeping us informed with this channel. So yeah, David, do you believe this is Ron? If not, let us know. And there we go. We'll pop that back in there. And yeah, ooh. Close it up. Woo! And there we go. And of course, we'll just pop that down there. And yes, guys, of course, we need to do the comment of the day. And it goes to, I believe, Alexander, a lovely new subscriber to the channel. And he was just giving me some wonderful feedback and a lovely comment towards the end of my last video. So yeah, I'll pop that on the end of this one. Aww. Well, anyway, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, apologies about the video over the weekend, but hopefully that will get sorted today. That's me, Artsy Gamer, over and out.